Hi, my name is Ruben and this is my review for Netflix's Ballad of Buster Scruggs. If this is your first time to my channel, let me explain quickly how I do my reviews. I give a short synopsis first, I then talk about what I liked about the film or movie, and then I talk about what I didn't like about it, if there is anything, and vice versa. I also try to put a couple of interesting facts about the series or movies that I'm covering. My rating system is alphabetical from A to F, unlike our gaming reviews, which is out of 10. And that's how we do it. Welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs is written, directed and produced by Joel and Ethan Coen, and they have apparently been working on this for 25 years. It was originally meant to be a miniseries on Netflix, but has now been put together in the form of a 6-part Western anthology movie. It's a series that tells tales about the American frontier. Each chapter tells a distinct story about the American West and is told through the format of a book. Crazy business. Each story is separated by the turning of pages, and they have their own unique look and color palette, giving them their own story under the banner of a Western anthology. Joel and Ethan Coen have worked creatively together in the entertainment industry for about 35 years as writers, producers and directors, and this is their 16th feature, which is probably why you always see such great talent in their creations, because they are respected when it comes to the art of cinema. I've seen The Ballad of Buster Scruggs twice now, once by myself and the second time with my wife and sons. The first time I watched it, I loved it. I thought certain stories worked better than others, which is why I wanted to watch it with my family the second time. I wanted to see which stories they enjoyed most and if it lagged in the same places for them as it did for me. And it did for the most part, which I found quite interesting. I won't say where it lagged because it's very subjective. It basically comes down to what type of Western you like. The anthology basically covers everything you would come to expect to see in a Western, and it's done in true Coen Brothers style. There are shootouts, ballads, men speak in super low, breathy voices.
And if I don't.
There's comedy and sadness, all the classic traits of a great Western, but Coen style. What I mean by this is the story they weave with each episode is told in ways that puts you at ease, and then it's suddenly violent, or the story takes a big turn. The dialogue and story is given through narrative, and then there's big action, which is quite classic Coen. It only works though if you're very skilled at telling a story, which the Coens are, and then the payoff has to be worth it. And I think for the most part it always is in this anthology. I think a large part of this work in those down to the phenomenal skills of Bruno Del Bono. He's the director of photography in this. Every episode has a visual style of its own that sets the tone and mood for each episode. There are a couple of episodes that have very little dialogue, so the story is largely told through the images and environmental sound, and it really works. Of course, Bruno Del Bono is no amateur. He has worked on massive projects like Harry Potter, Darkest Hour, Amelia, and those are just a few. And then there's the acting and talent in this. I found everyone was at their A game. They were all excellent, really interesting to watch. There wasn't a weak link among them. But a few standouts was Liam Neeson, Brendan Gleeson, Bill Hick and Tom Waits, who are just a few that are really engaged with their characters. If you are a fan of Westerns and great storytelling, I think you'll really enjoy this, especially if you like work like from the Coens, like No Country for Old Men. Their incredible way of telling a story really shines through in this anthology. I only had one real issue, and this might be a personal thing. I might be the only person on the planet who found this, but I think The Ballad of Buster Scruggs might have actually worked better as a miniseries. I know it's being shown at a couple of film festivals already and it's been met with applause at those, but I couldn't help but feel there are moments that this would have benefited in series format. There are a few times when the stories become really intense and you need time to process what's happened, but you don't get that here. My wife pointed out to me that this is probably on purpose by the Coens. The West was very hard-hitting, and by not giving you time to process, you kind of get to experience a little bit of the reality of the harshness of the West, which is clever. However, I do think there are moments when it felt too long and it was too much to handle. And because it's put in feature format, you kind of have to let it go, because that's what you do with features. You watch from beginning to end. That's my only gripe really. However, one of my favorite stories is the Prospector story. It's probably one of my all-time favorite Westerns now, even though it's a short. Tom Waits is perfect in this. My whole family was riveted in this. We loved every single frame from beginning to end. And it's so weird to me that the Prospector story out of all of them was the one that we engaged with most. I think this tells of a great way of storytelling. The way they told it, even though there's not much going on screen, you are rooting for the character, and I think this is just a testament to how great the Coens are, especially with this genre. This is a great Western anthology in true Coen style, and it nods at the greats, yet it's not afraid to do its own thing at the same time. For this reason, I'm giving it a B+. I probably would have given it an A if it wasn't for the format, which I know is my own thing, and a couple of the episodes that I don't think worked as well, which is why I gave it a B+. Thanks for watching this review. I hope you found it informative, interesting and fun. We have a few exciting reviews coming out in the next few weeks, like The Christmas Chronicles, Mowgli, She-Ra, the new animated series, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Season 2 over on Amazon. So if you don't want to miss out on these, please like and subscribe and chat to me in the comments. And remember, live long and Tuesday.